Hey, what's up? It's time to check out today's news. Unless you've been living under a rock, you probably know what TikTok is. The app's responsible for tons of videos like this. But an investigation from the BBC has found that some people are being scammed by influencers, and people are being warned not to fall for fake promises.
TikTok is all about short, pre-recorded videos, like this one, but usually more entertaining. But if you're a bigger account with 1,000 followers or more, you're also allowed to live stream.
Yo, Davison!
During a live stream, your fans can send digital gifts that are bought with real money. Basically, you can buy TikTok coins in the app and then use those coins to purchase virtual gifts. Some really small gifts, like this panda, are worth less than $1. Others, like Drama Queen, are worth a whopping 5,000 coins, or about $80. Once an account has been given enough gifts, they can be redeemed for cash. Now some influencers are being accused of exploiting their young fans by promising things like their mobile number or a private chat in exchange for a gift. Some people say that young users are giving away these gifts and often getting nothing in return. TikTok has now apologised and says they'll work on the rules around gifts to try to stop kids from getting scammed. But in the meantime, don't trust promises made by people on the internet, especially when it involves giving them money.
Look out, Australia, we're about to receive a whole bunch of shipping containers filled with, wait for it, our own rubbish. Gross. You might not know that Australia actually sends a lot of its recycling waste overseas because it's cheaper and we don't have enough facilities here to process it. Now, Indonesia says they're going to be sending it back to us because they say it hasn't been properly sorted or cleaned, and in some cases, they've even been sent toxic waste. They're not the first country to give us a bit of stick. China said it wouldn't take our waste anymore back in 2017. And earlier this year, Malaysia said they'd be sending back our recycling too. When it comes to creepy crawlies, cockroaches are at the top of most people's list of things they don't want in their homes. And a new study reckons that soon, bug sprays might not be enough to stop them. Yep, researchers from the US found that German cockroaches, which are one of the most common household roaches here in Australia, are becoming resistant to some of the chemicals we use to get rid of them. While cockroaches do play an important role in the ecosystem, I'm still not a big fan. Let's take a look at what's going on in the world of sport.
Coco Gauff's done it again. Wimbledon's youngest ever competitor is through to the third round. The 15-year-old American is yet to drop a single set in the comp after beating Slovakia's Magdalena Rybarikova 6-3, 6-3. The Netherlands is through to its first ever Women's World Cup final. They beat Sweden 1-0 with the goal coming in extra time. The Dutch will now face defending champs the USA in the final. And if the World Cup wasn't enough football for you, check out the Robo Cup. The annual comp kicked off in Sydney and features competitors from more than 30 countries. The robots are programmed by their creators, but once the whistle goes, they aren't actually controlled by any humans and have to rely on AI. Which is probably why they're pretty slow and keep falling over. But it's still very entertaining, especially when they're pulling off moves like this.
Now it's time to check out some of the best animal stories Australia has to offer, in a segment we like to call Little Critters. This clumsy little fella has just been unveiled to the world at the Canberra Zoo. She's just 15 days tall. I mean, old, but also tall. She also hasn't been named yet, so the zoo is asking anyone with a good name suggestion to come forward. What's cuter than a koala? A baby koala. And what's cuter than a baby koala? 7 baby koalas. Yup, say good day to the lucky 7, who have just been unveiled at the Australian Reptile Park. They're part of a breeding program to try and increase the number of these iconic mammals. And keepers were pretty chuffed that all 7 joeys are healthy, happy, and just so cute. Aww. Whoops. This is Harriet the hairy-nosed wombat, giving herself a shower in paper shreds. The staff at Adelaide Zoo gave her a box filled with treats, but she got a little too curious. Now, we want to know, have you come across any of these scams on TikTok? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're there, make sure you subscribe, like, and hit that bell. I swear, that's not a scam.